heartfelt comedian. Frank Welker has done him. Of course, Cesar Romero was. I mean, energy. I mean, zeal. I mean, that's, if I got anything from Caesar, it's how much he enjoyed what he was doing, you know? He could have shaved his mustache. Believe me, even as a kid, I didn't get that. And I was watching it in glorious black and white, you know, I didn't see it in color. So my father kept telling us, color TV's a fad. Once they get all the kinks worked out of it, I'll buy you one. But I mean, I've seen it, and the skies are yellow, and the grass is pink, and the people are orange. And do you want that? You want yellow skies? I said, yes! I don't care if the colors are in all the wrong places. I want color! And you'd see those, like Walt Disney, is a carousel of color, wonderful, wonderful color. And you see the white splashing into the black and creating gray. He was selling TV sets. Had a big deal with RCA. And I thought, this is torture. I knew people in the neighborhood who had color TVs. If you have a swimming pool or a color TV, you're rich people. And I remember hopping fences and watching people's color TVs in their backyard through the glass. Maybe I revealed too much. Because I was a really kind of odd kid. I mean, my dad had a little tape recorder for dictation and so forth, and I loved the idea of playing with it and recording TV shows and so forth. And he re-gifted it to me on Christmas when I was still borderline believing in Santa. And my brothers and sisters said, don't admit that you don't believe in Santa. I go, why? Because the minute you do, you'll stop getting toys and records, and you'll get underwear and socks. Okay, thanks for tipping me off. By my junior year in high school, my parents were like, I'm not buying it anymore. No, I really do. I believe. What were we talking about? I know. But I actually had a point. But, a color TV and the Joker. Well, the thing what I love about the history of the Joker is everybody I've seen brings something to it that I never thought of. You know, I love Jeff Bennett's Brave and the Bold Joker. I love John DiMaggio, Kick-Ass Gangster Joker. Kevin Michael Richardson. Oh my gosh. Now, there's a guy who can pretty much do anything. I said, you have to do my Joker too. He's wonderful. He got an Emmy nomination, and I'll never forget him. I always see, he's probably won a mantle of Emmys. Memorize his name, he's on everything. He was Cleveland Jr., and he's on The Simpsons all the time. He sings beautifully. Just this incredibly versatile actor. Michael Emerson was great. You know, though, the actors are always the meanest ones because, you know, I've told this story, I won't go over it, but I was really cocky thinking they can't cast me as the Joker after what they went through with Michael Keaton. It was a public relations disaster before they even saw how good Michael was. So they're not going to cast Luke Skywalker as the Joker, period. But I'm going for the part, knowing I can't get it, and just out of spite. Like, I'll make them sorry they can't cast me. I mean, I was really arrogant. I mean, I didn't have the normal performance anxiety because I thought if there was a chance I could get it, I probably my timing would be off or my neediness would show through, whatever it is. But I knew they couldn't cast me, so I go in, do the line, but cut to the fact that them saying, okay, you got the part. 180 degrees the other way. Oh no, I don't want. I mean, the Joker is like high profile. Everybody has an idea of how he must sound. I wanted to be Clayface or Two-Face or somebody that no one's ever seen before. Gosh, and just to think everyone's comparing me to Cesar Romero. My actor friend goes, Cesar Romero, try and top Nicholson. I went, oh no! Actors are so mean to other actors. But, it's like I say, it's something that's meaningful to me. I mean, I really loved Batman as a kid. And when I was reading these scripts, I told my agent, I said, I want to get on that show. And I got a phone call back. They said, they've given you a part on the show. It's a Mr. Freeze episode. I said, Mr. Freeze, okay. Otto Preminger played it. Eli Wallach played it. Did George Sanders play it? But am I going to use a German actor? I said, relax. You're not playing Mr. Freeze. You're playing Ferris Boyle. I said, huh? Just send me the script. Well, I read this thing. It's written by Paul Dini. Winds up winning the Emmy as best screenplay or best script, animated script that year. I mean, it knocked me out. I thought this thing is so melancholy. First of all, they make you completely empathize with Mr. Freeze. He's trying to work on a solution to cryogenically freeze his wife, who's dying of this, of this incurable disease. Oh my gosh, so your empathy is so totally with him. And I'm the villain's villain. I'm this sort of two-faced corporate guy who has one personality for the public and is a real SOB behind the scenes. And I find him experimenting on his own time with my chemicals in my laboratory, and I push him into the solution. But Michael Ansara played Mr. Freeze. And he was struggling, again, I know, wonderful actor, and somebody that was really unfamiliar with Batman altogether. What was really hard on him was they kept saying, no, that's too much emotion. Flatten out the line. Because he's a very passionate actor. He was married to Barbara Eden. You'd be passionate too. But he, I would weep if I still had tears to shed. No, that's too much feeling. So it was agonizing for him, and I just full-on fanboyed out, because I was asking the directors, are you going to have a villain every week? Because I don't think they should be tied into a formula like that. I think the Adam West version could have gone many more seasons if they weren't tied to that formula of having a guest villain every week. I mean, you could be a detective one week, then you could have like a ghost story the next week, and then there could be a love story between him and Dickie Mark. You got the part. Go sit down. But, I sort of let my fan flag fly, and later when they were replacing the actor that they chose originally to play the Joker, they said, what about Mark? Because I guess they had already done Joker by the time I did Heart of Ice. And my Heart of Ice voice is very much, I have to credit the person I was thinking of when I did that voice was Phil Hartman, who I adored. And I never met him, but they wanted somebody that was really sort of bombing. Bruce Wayne, nice to see you. Big phony guy. Hi, how are you? And then behind the scenes, what are you doing here? I mean, you had to be a real horrible person behind the scenes. So anyway, I loved it. I had a great, and I thought, this is really impressive because it's writing up to kids. Kids are so much smarter. Everybody, I'm not putting down Super Friends or all that stuff we loved when we were, eating our sugar cereal in our footy pajamas. But finally, they were doing a show that looked like, with people that really had written comic books before, that understood comic books in a way that, because most days, they go like, let's get that hot writer that wrote Lethal Weapon 3 and have him write Wonder Woman. The guy goes, well, I never read Wonder Woman. Well, here's the best of Wonder Woman book, and it has, 60 stories in it. Read it over the weekend and come up with it. They don't go into, because people would come to me and say, why don't the people that write the Batman the Animated Series get jobs writing the Batman movies? And I said, you don't understand. Well, Warner Brothers, like any other huge corporation, their TV division is separate from their movie division, which is separate from their animation division, etc. So there's not a lot of synergy in between that.